Hello, this is Judy. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is day 9 sketch for Chris's Beautiful Life, 30 days of sketches, and Scraptember. I just joined that group, and what they do this month is give you prompts of things to do, and I'll find out what that prompt is because right now I didn't look that up. But for now, I'm going to start with this base paper cardstock is Lemonade, and what I'm making is a companion page to the layout I made yesterday. It's doable with the sketch. It kind of works together. I'm going to show you how I got this Lemonade paper. I'm going to use our Fiskars trimmer, and I just want a small border. Oh, I forgot to show you this. This is an old stamp set from Close to My Heart, and I've used this so many times. I love this little kitty one for school, and I pulled it out again and I stamped it on here. I do have the thin cuts that go with it, but I'm going to cut a sheet of this using my brother's Scan and Cut, and it's a lot faster than using the thin cuts. Thin cuts are great for a couple things, but as much as I use this one, I thought I would go ahead and use my brother. So what I'm going to do, and I'll show you, there's a pencil trick that I learned from the Papered Chef on YouTube. And what she does, or she suggests to do, is use a pencil to close any little lines, because the brother Scan and Cut is so sensitive it will catch these little lines in her hair and try to cut in between. So I'm just going to take a little pencil mark and close those off. And I'm going to do all of them. And I don't know if it would cut these okay. I don't want to take the chance and have to do it, scan it again. Okay, so as well as these, what I'm going to do on these is cut them with an outline, and then I will erase the outline. What she does is close these out, because the brother will try and cut each letter out, and I don't want it like that. So I'm going to just draw a line around it. And then hopefully it will be able to see this line and it will cut that out. Pretty cool, huh? So I will have a lot of best teacher titles to use in the future. And I can go back in and do a outline of this, make it bigger so that it cuts out like a shadow portion for this. And you can make this as fancy or as simple as you would like. Okay, so that's done. And I'll show you what those look like after it's cut out. But right for now, I'm going to gut this Lemonade paper. What I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up on the 1-inch mark on this side. Then I'll take my trimmer and line it up on 11 and go to 1. And that'll give me 1 inch from each end and a 1-inch border. I'm going to do this all the way around. And this reduces the bulk in your scrapbook, the weight of the pages in your scrapbook, and saves your paper. All right, so there's that. Oh, I missed a couple areas, so I'm going to snip those out. No one will ever know. But I got to keep that out because I've got to get another layer cut down. So this is our white daisy. And I'm going to cut 1 inch off 2 sides to make it 11 by 11. So now I have a perfect border around. All right. So that's a really good way to do that. Now it's got a couple of circle elements here, and I'll put the sketch in the corner. A couple circle elements, some pieces of paper, which I will, you know, have those strips like I did in the video yesterday to coordinate with this, or with that layout. I'll use the same paper, the Smarty Pants paper from Close to My Heart. And 2 photos. What I'm going to do is use a flip flap because I've got 5 photos I'm going to put on this. So I'm going to have this, and it's going to flip up so that I'll have that. And then this one. I'm going to have 2 flip flaps. And then I'll have that. So those will all be on one layout. And then I'll have a title and some journaling, and we will be good to go. Okay, I pulled out some of the papers, and the prompt for this sketch is stickers. So I've got the sticker sheet, so I can use that easy. And I pulled out the paper scraps I had, and some of the circle thin cuts, and picture my life cards, and the paper pack I have. And I'm going to use a zip strip for in my flip flaps. Okay, so I'll need 2 of the zip strips. So there's that. So I'll get those cut out. And now here is the paper, and it's all cut out. And I noticed as I was going through it, I didn't put lines around these, so it was trying to cut everything out. So I just deleted that from the scan and cut, so it didn't cut it at all. But let me show you how it cut. I've had my scan and cut for several years. My husband got it for me when they first came out. I have the first model, and I didn't use it because I was too frustrated by it. I couldn't get it to work, blah blah blah. And finally taught myself how to use it. Looked on YouTube, found a bunch of people that, you know, gave tips and tricks, and now I use it and I love it. So look at how great it did. All right, it didn't read this one. That's okay. Sometimes it'll do that. It didn't read these because I didn't do my pencil line around it. But look at how it cut these out. Perfect, right? So I have all these cut out. So yeah, you can do anything with it. It's so cool. And my rulers are perfect. And you can put little outline around it. I did a 0.04 outline. And it does all the images. You have to do them all the same. Like I couldn't have, it can also do a minus outline. So like if I did all of the titles, a whole page of titles, and did the outline large, then cut inside the outline, then I wouldn't have to erase the pencil mark. Hope that's clear as mud. But yeah, so this is cool. If you have any questions on the Brothers Scan and Cut, I try to help you. I'm not the biggest expert on it, right? But I get it to work now, so it makes me happy. All right, so I will be back with a bunch of my other things all cut out and ready to go. I just wanted to mention Close to My Heart now has a magnetic cutting mat, and you cut right into this mat. This is a brand new one, and this is one I've been using. And what it does is you put your paper on the mat, and then you put your thin cut down, and you don't need washi tape, right? So our sandwich for our exclusive machine is the mat and the platform on top, and that's how you cut it. I can bring the machine in and show you. And you can't really feel it. The mats are a soft, they're almost like a self-healing material. And I run it through, I go through and then run it back so I don't have to reach around and grab it, because this thing is pretty heavy. So oh, for whatever reason that, oh, there it goes, it just was stuck. And it cuts out great. And you cut right into the mat. You can see the outline, and you can see I've already done a bunch of it. So yeah, really cool to have a magnetic mat that you can cut into. I don't know how long it's gonna last. That's why I got a new one just in case, because I use my die cut machine a lot. And oh no, oh that's okay. Watch what I do. Ta-da! Okay. So I've got my circles. That's how those are going to go. And those are not close to my heart thin cuts, just so you know, they're off-brand. Now I pulled out some stamp sets to make my title, and I think I'm going to do Me and My Friends. And I put some zip strips on the layers for the flip flaps. And that one has some green glitter, and then the green glitter here, and then it'll be back to the stars. So it'll be Me and My Friends, and I'm not sure. This is going to be a journaling tag. I think I'm going to do Me and My Friends here, and then this can be here. I like the blue. I was thinking about the black, so I might switch it over and have it like that, but it's a lot of black in one area and there's no black anywhere else, whereas the blue would be blue, blue, blue. So that's what I was thinking. I inked some of the edges. The other layout that this is going to match had the edges inked with the pewter ink, so I'm going to make it coordinate and do everything with that pewter ink. And I just used a little sponge dauber and ran it along the edges lightly, just to give it like a little shadow. And I'm also going to stencil some designs on this stark white background, so that'll go there. I'm not going to put it on there in case the ink is still a little wet. And I'm going to use our Distress Oxide inks and a new stencil that Close to My Heart just came out with. And they have 12 by 12 stencil packs. There's 3 in a pack for like $15, very economical, right? I've seen these for 10 bucks in the stores for 12 by 12. And it's a good solid acetate. So as you can see, they're like these little flower triangles, and I love triangles. So I'm going to use that, and I'm going to do it with some mustard seed. And that's not the right dauber. Yellow. Alright, so there was a little bit up here, so we'll do this one. And I'm going to have a blue one, which will probably be right around here. Well, no, that I'm going to have that blue element here, so I'm not going to do blue here. How about if we do pink? Let's do the Tattered Rose. And then we will do the Mermaid Lagoon, which is a new color we've got that matches our Capri ink. And that is going to be over here. So the flip flap will be covering the middle. So we're going to have this one maybe around here. And I think I will do a pink one as well. Maybe all 3 colors, that would be cool. So I already got the pink ink on this guy, so let's go ahead and overlay that. Really cool, right? Okay. And how about if we do a little yellow? Maybe right around here. Maybe we'll have it going off the page. It adds a little interest when you have things going off your page. And since it's going to be yellow on yellow, it won't be real noticeable, but it'll still add that interest element. So cool. All right, now this up here, there's nothing in the sketch. So let's see, I might have to do something else, depends on what I decide when I get everything laid down. Pick this stuff up. The stencil doesn't have to be cleaned yet. And I'll lay everything back down and see what it looks like. It's gonna go here. I thought about stenciling on the circles, but it already has the star design, so I'm gonna leave them. And this one will go up here with the little ruler. Oh, I know what I want to do. I think I'm going to ink the ruler with the vintage photo, right? Because rulers are brown or yellow or whatever you want to call it, depending on how old it is. So go use the glass mat for this to just go onto the piece so it doesn't have a big brush mark from the blending dome. All right, so that just added some interest to that. Okay, now I'm going to wipe this up. Looks much better, right? Okay, so I'm going to glue all this down and then I'll be back. Okay, this is Stacy's hand I'm going to use for my title, and I mounted all of my photos on the photo mats. Oh my gosh, words are hard. I double mounted this one to coincide with the composition book look that I have in the other page. So before I do all that though, I'm going to splatter ahead of time this time, and I found some more of the white glitter pieces so I can use those. So lemonade, and I've got all my shimmer brushes in here. It's little what do you call it, those foam cardboard things you can get at Joann's. I just covered it with paper and then put a whole bunch of little stamped images on it. It's so cute. It's just darling to have on your table, something pretty. So, okay, lemonade. Let's get this off of my mat. I won't have to clean it. The glass mat is so much easier to clean. So, shake it up, get all the glitter shimmer stuff going. And I'm going to squeeze it to get the ink going. And then we're going to splatter. And I can go ahead and go to town this time because there's nothing that has to be protected. And we'll do some big dots like we did. We'll actually do some right in the middle, right? Make it look like a flower. No one will ever know. I love these shimmer brushes. They add just a nice touch. Okay, so I think that's good. I'm going to leave it at that. Got a lot of ink here left. Let's clean off the mat. There's so much ink in them. I don't think I've used one up, and I use them all the time. I'm going to leave that ink there because I might be able to use that to color. I need to color some of these little people. I don't know exactly what I'm going to use, but while I'm coloring, I'll do a few. I'll do 3 people and 3 apples and a schoolhouse. And we will do that. And what else was it that I punched out or stamped? I think that's it. Okay. So let's use the tri-blend markers. And these are available again through Close to My Heart, and the case is available as well. And it's unique because it's long enough to hold these tri-blend markers. And I just refilled these, and I'm going to do a yellow gold, and these, you know, were stamped with that intense black so that they won't bleed. And I'm not going to do a lot of shading on these because they don't really need it. Well, that's what's so nice about these tri-blend markers. You just color them. I'm coloring them with the lightest color. Then I'm going to go to the medium and do an outline. And then I'll go back over with the light color again, and it will blend all those edges. And you can get really detailed with these markers, but you don't have to. They're really good for beginners and professionals alike, like comparable to the Copics. All right, so she's done, and her hair. Let's do Fair Skin Blend. We'll do her skin. And this color, I have noticed, you have to be careful. I just try to be careful and not go over the lines just in case. But I have not had bleeding with this stamp pad, this ink. It's made to go with the alcohol markers. Okay, so let's see. We're going to do blue because, oh no, we're going to do pink because that's what she's wearing. We'll do pale pink blend, and we'll do the lightest shade. And again, I'm just going to color. I'll go around the edges with the medium tone, and then blend, go over it again to blend with the light color. And you really don't even need to. That's when they're nice and juicy, they blend really well. It's when they're dry that there's not enough ink to make them blend, and they do bleed through because they are blending, and they lighten up as they dry too. So forgot her little arms. All right, so let's do a dark pink purse for her, or lunch bag, or whatever it is that she's carrying. All right, so she's done, and that's as easy as that is. So I will color the rest of these off camera and be back in a minute. The layout is finished, and I'll walk through what I did. So I colored all the little guys and girls. And I used an apple here, and you can see I colored it so it had the white on it as a highlight for the shine. There's a little girl here, and another one here. Then I added some glitter hearts and stars. Really, really cute. And then the final one, the apple, the star. And then I added some of the word stickers. These girls were just so silly. Okay, oh, there's another word sticker. Here it is, laughter. Okay, I did this and I shadowed it with the blue, the capri, to add a little interest. I really like how this turned out. There's a sticker here, and there's 2 stickers here, and the scissors, because this is the layout I made yesterday, and I made this as a companion page. So I hope you can see both of those. They look really good together. But anyway, the scissors I put around the border here, so I wanted to carry over scissors on this one. So I think they look really good together. 2 completely different sketches, right? But I got 5 photos on this, so that worked out really well. And now she will be able to write in here her friends' names, and there's a lot of room for her to make a little notes. Oh, the date stamp. Yeah, I used that stamp set again that I have used in a previous video, and it is the date stamp. Real original, right? But it's just going to be so cool. So if you ever look for a date stamp, you might want to consider something like this, because you can pick the month and even a day if you want to, and then whatever date you want, so you can change it to make it whatever you want. And it's a nice crisp image. It's not small. You don't have to worry about turning the knobs on a date stamp. It's just, I really, really like it. I like how it looks. It's a nice crisp image. So I hope you enjoy that. Thank you for joining me here. This is, again, let's see, this is for the 9th day, the 9th sketch, and the prompt was using stickers, so I did do that. I stayed pretty true to the sketch. I like the stenciling I did, even though you don't really see much of it. That was covered up. The one over here is covered up, but that's all right. I know they're there. I probably could add something up here, but I'm not going to. I like it just the way it is. It's very eye-catching, and the photo is the main attraction, right? So I just want to mention too, in my video description is a list of all the ladies that are following along in this endeavor of layout a day for September. So take a look at them and subscribe. You might find somebody you really like to follow. And if you aren't a subscriber of mine, please do that as well. I'd love to have you. And thank you very much for watching, and I will have another one tomorrow. Thanks.